Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Broadcasting around the world.
Well, hello.
This is your number one internet radio station.
Rich and Chris and Drive Time, Smile Radio.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are all
Oh, happy days. Goodbye, grey sky, hello, blue. And nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. I'm rocking and rolling all week long. Get that can cracked on. Welcome to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with Lee, featuring our featured artist this week, which is The Fallen State. We've got Adam waiting in the wings, and I think Rich is going to be joining us in a little while. Just want to say a massive thank you to the Chip Ahoy show. Fantastic. I don't know if you listen to him. 1:30 till 3:30 on a Friday. Absolutely banging tunes. Coming up after us today, we have got the Mad as a Fish, Colonel Bacchus, 6 till 7, and 7 till 8 we've got the JJ Kane. Quite great radio show. Lee, how are you, buddy?
Absolutely fantastic, mate. How are you?
Great to be alive. Great to be alive. Yeah, I had a bit of a scare this week, along with my learned friend. He's unfortunately, Chris has not been too well. So hopefully he'll be back with us next week.
All the best, Chris.
Yeah, all the best. Hope you're listening. If you've got any questions for the guys, I've got Zoe on Facebook Live waving. Hi Zoe, thanks for tuning in.
Hello, Zoe.
So, because we are the Beacon for Unsigned Artiste, we are going to be playing a track from Alto Key, who was our featured artist last week. So I'm going to give you the choice. I'm going to give you Colourless or Obsession. Which one do you want, Lee?
Colourless.
You want Colourless? Right then, mate. So we're going to play this, and then we'll get Adam and hopefully Rich as well from The Fallen State. They'll be joining us live. So if you've got any questions, get in touch with us. Instagram and Twitter at Smile Radio 3. Or we're on Facebook Live, and that's Smile Radio Yorkshire. So get in touch with us, or you can drop me an email, richard@smileradio.co. So this is Colourless by Alto Key. Check him out. He says.
those words you said to me. You lost your home, but found a family. I choose to be what artists are, not what they say makes me best. I'll rise until I'm not colorless. I'll rise until I'm not colorless.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with Lee. And we're live. How are we doing? We're back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Certainly can.
Right then, we've got Adam waiting in the wings. Shall we get him in, Chris? Lee,
Get him in.
Chris,
Get
John,
him in.
Fred.
Hey, that's fine. I'm not with it. Big always things.
Adam is joining us now live on Smile Radio. So we've got a few people on Facebook Live. We've got Demi J from the 26th Avenue. Hi, Demi. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're working
Demi.
hard on your uni stuff.
Adam, are you there, pal?
Can you hear us, Adam?
Hello.
He's there. We can see
Hey.
you as well. Hey, I tell you what, this is getting better.
Hey, there's just no stopping us. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Are you?
Oh, great to be alive. Every day's a bonus, kid.
That's it.
So is Rich joining us? Do we know?
I think so. I'm just chatting to him now. Actually, I think he should be with us in a second.
Brilliant.
I like the Motor Red background.
Ah, sweet, isn't it?
Oh, very nice.
So how's life been treating you? Considering, stupid
Can't
question.
really complain. You know, it's one of those. It's everyone's in the same boat, aren't they? So it's just got to make the best of it. And
This is it. We've got basically
with
we've
it,
just
you
got to crack on, haven't we? You fall down,
That's it.
get back up, do yourself off, and crack on. Wait for the next one.
that's it, exactly.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Chris can't join us because he's got the Duddy Lurger, we think. So he's not feeling too cracking. So, which is a
All
shame.
the best, Chris.
So yeah, get well soon, big man. So obviously, Michelle sent me your bump a few weeks ago now. He probably ain't actually. It's only probably last week, but it all kind of morphs into one, doesn't it?
Time's all one at the minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So she mentioned it, and actually I've been following you for a while, and you've got a fantastic following on social media. You've also got good following, good set of fans in regards to. I noticed on some of the blurb. I remember actually seeing a Fallen State T-shirt on one. Do you remember the German guy on Gogglebox, the family?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not a watcher of it. No.
No, but well, he's actually got the Fallen State.
I've seen the photo.
Yeah. We've got Rich coming in, I think. He's joining us. Come on, Rich Walker.
Are we there, Rich? Are we there?
Hello. Hello.
Oh, we can hear him.
Can hear, but we can't
can
see.
hear.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm like mother out of. You're not Norman Bates, are you?
I don't know who that is.
Psycho.
Psycho, the film. Anyway,
Okay. Well, I'm a bit of a psycho, but that's irrelevant, really.
we can't see you though, buddy. Turn your
You
camera
can't
on.
see me.
As long as you're dressed up in
Yeah.
women's clothes.
Yeah, well, you
Oh,
can. Whatever.
God.
It's,
Good
just
job I'm fully naked, isn't it, eh?
well, we're down for that. If you are.
yeah, well,
Hey,
I'm-
babe, all fucked up. Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
You do actually. You look like Norman Bates.
Sweet.
Well, they always say the drummers are the mad ones, aren't they?
Correct.
Absolutely. And they always say radio
True.
presenters have got a face for radio, so there we go.
Correct.
God bless you.
Exactly.
God bless you.
I like it.
I'm so glad I had 45 seconds to prepare.
Yeah. He
can
sounds like us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
We'll get
Yeah,
on well. We'll get on well here.
Yeah.
I think
Are
so.
you in a padded cell by any chance?
Yes. Yeah.
Where he belongs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you know the code, can you give me a shout?
Can you
No
let me out?
Yeah, that's it. Turns out I'm just in the room behind. That's not your producer. I'm in there. I'm in there behind you. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah, we apologise for the potty mouth. Well done, Rich.
Oh, you're
Look at him
recording.
and not me.
No, we're out live. We're on live, mate. We're live on there now.
Hey guys, I thought you were just about to say, right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
No. We've
no.
it's
No,
all right.
that's
I
Don't
was
worry.
going to say, what's your language policy? Because mine is shocking.
Don't worry.
And live.
So-
I
so-
think-
Tourette's, it's bad.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll just put a disclaimer out. We apologise in advance if anybody's offended.
I've just lost all of your listeners. I can only apologise.
Don't worry.
I normally let the music do that.
No problem. It's all right, is that? Don't worry about it.
So what's the rest of the boys doing? Are they doing proper jobs in between, or what's happening? What's the word?
I think there's a bit of proper work going on with some of them. I'm furloughed, which is lovely. It's like being retired, except you're in prison.
Padded cell.
Yeah.
Says it all.
Straight jacket. That's it. I've always based myself on if anybody remembers Crash Bandicoot from the 90s, that Ripperoo character where he's sort of like a bit Jekyll and Hyde, and he's sort of straight jacket, and then he comes out and he's back. That's kind of me in lockdown. So yeah, it's one of my heroes. But no, the guys are working, aren't they? The guys, yeah, we're all working, but obviously in around the madness that is the COVID situation. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty full on.
This is it,
I
yeah.
tell you what, I wish I'd have got shares in Zoom when it all kicked off.
I know.
I must have skyrocketed. As
Oh,
soon as-
you
as soon as
are?
this all kicked off.
In my proper job, so my background's IT, so I was looking after a firm of accountants, and we were looking at, so they went with Teams, so we've been using Teams as opposed to Zoom. So I was looking at it a couple of years ago, but never, you don't think, do you? Benefit of
No,
hindsight
that's
is a
it.
wonderful thing. So,
Now you're doing this.
and now we're doing this. Yeah. Like I said, the face for radio. I did have a Britney Spears moment. I went completely down to wood, or dribbling and everything. So, yeah. I went having hair like yours, Adam, to, well, maybe maybe not like yours. It was just below my ears. But anyway. So, shall we play your latest track? Shall we play your track and we'll come back?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Shall we play Knives? Shall we
I love this tune.
play Knives?
Go on.
Yeah.
Adam,
Get it played. Get
Over
it
to-
played.
over to you. Let's introduce your track. Adam, it's over to you. You introduce it.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry, mate. I'm in another world. Yeah, this is Knives by the Fallen State, our newest single that come out in January.
Watch your back, so you waste my time. Finger on the
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with Lee, with our featured artist, The Fallen State, live on Smile Radio. So we've been joined today with Adam and Rich, who is the vocalist, and Rich is the drummer, and Adam's the vocalist. Get him the right way around, that'll help, won't it? Yeah.
Not a very good drummer.
You're not a very good drummer?
Not at all.
It's better than me, to be fair.
It's all right, because Rich can sing better than me as well, so there we go.
Yeah, that's it. We've got to cover for each other, don't we? Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
So, obviously, you're new to the band. I'm saying new. How long have you been with the Fallen State now, Adam?
Publicly, since January, but I've been in contact and, sort of getting to do songs and getting to know the guys for months now. I think it was May last year we first got in touch, so quite some time now. But yeah, it's only recently that people have found out less than just over a month ago.
So when did you manage to record Knives then?
We got a good opportunity in between the sort of lockdowns. I think the day after we come out of the studio, the country was then put into like the tier 3 system. I think it was at the time. There's been that many, I can't even remember. But it was just after that. It was just before that. Sorry, that we got a good stint of time in the studio to get some things done. So.
Yeah, it's been really difficult for a lot of artists. I mean, I know technology's advanced so much that you can kind of record things and stitch it all together, but there's nothing like being in the studio, though, is there?
No, I mean that's the thing. Over the majority of this time we've been together doing things, a lot of it's done on at home, and then you send things across and all that kind of thing. But getting in the studio and actually, seeing it come alive and doing things you can't beat it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and obviously the next thing is playing live. I don't care what anybody says.
I was just about to say, would you rather record or would you rather play live? It's got to be live.
Love both, obviously, but I think any musician gets into it in the first instance is to play live and wants to play shows, and I think everyone's missing that, and I know I am. It's been over a year now for, I think, all of us, all 5 of us now, since we've even been into a venue or whatever, so absolutely can't wait to get out and play some shows.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because obviously grassroots venues and smaller venues across the country have been struggling recently anyway, and then COVID has killed a lot of them off in many respects. We know venue promoters and owners that are struggling to get grants, and councils struggling to justify sort of keeping them afloat, sort of thing, which is really unfair. But one thing we can hope for is when it goes back to normal, the new normal, is that people will be so itching to get out and watch bands and watch, we want to get out and play. We also want to go and watch other bands, and we want to play with other bands and meet other bands. We want to meet all the people at shows, and hopefully there's going to be such, a sort of boom in people rediscovering live music and getting back, together with people and friends and sharing a beer over some music, and not just kind of going, well, I might go, I might not, sort of thing, because, we haven't had that opportunity for so long. Hopefully it just spurs a massive boom in these little venues, and even big venues and big tours can start really filling up and getting back to it. So it's really exciting on that front, but it's obviously gutting to be sat here, especially obviously with Adam on board now and some new music, and we're halfway through recording a new album, sort of thing, and we just want to get out there with Adam and see everybody that we've missed and reconnect with people in a live show way. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, so well, that just leads me nicely, because we're in the process of negotiating with a venue to open our own Smile bar and venue up in Huddersfield, which if it all goes well, we're just in the negotiation stages now with the landlord. We're there or thereabouts, hopefully. Obviously, we're trying to be realistically for everybody concerned. Obviously, him owning the property, and for us to be able to take it is a big risk, but if we can get it right, we should be able to hold anything between 500 and 700 people. So
it'll be a fantastic venue as well. I've seen the mock-up pictures and everything. I tell you what, I think place to play. Everything's there for everybody. Good size, good decent people, not too big, not too small, and basically everybody can really go out. And like you were saying earlier on as well, Rich, you know, regarding like when people coming out, I think everybody's going to come charging forward for gigs now. I think because they've been kept in, he said, right, that's it. Don't care what it is, whether I like it or not, let's go see it. And this, I think, I'll tell you what, a lot of people probably go, so, well, I don't go into rock music, but I might go watch.
Yeah, he needs to put 50 pence in meter. You just froze there, Lee. You just froze there, but yeah, you're right, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it. I mean, I'm really excited. It's been a burning ambition for me. So my next question is: once we get up and running, are you guys going to come and play for us?
Yeah.
100%. I mean, you know, it's a legal binding contract that now, so we've got it live on the radio. I'll be recording it. No, but
yeah, Huddersfield's a lot closer for me than it is for the rest of the guys, so
Yeah.
I'll absolutely do it.
I've got to say, you're a northern boy, aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah.
Whereabouts are you from, Adam?
Originally, I'm from Workstop, which is,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that, but
Yeah.
fairly near Sheffield.
Works
Sheffield.
up, yes.
You tell-
No,
when
works
you-
up
when you
well,
go on-
yes.
Yeah, when you go on holiday, you tell everyone, oh, just near Sheffield sort of thing, so that's what we say. But yeah, from Workstop, yeah.
So what about you, Rich?
For all my sins.
What about
Yeah, we're all based in North Devon, so it's just similar to Adam, where you say, oh yeah, if you're not sure where we're from Sheffield. For us, it's like if you're not sure where we're from Bristol. We're actually 2.5 hours away.
Is it Barnstable? Where are you from?
Yeah, it is Barnstable.
Yes, I know it well.
Yeah. So it's just across North Devon, really. I'm a bit closer to the M5. I'm in South Molton, temporarily, but yeah. So we're all in the West Country sort of thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so Huddersfield is a long way away, but I tell you what, well, we're used, to be honest with you, like we've got so used to traveling that anywhere is cool. Nothing is, I think when you live sort of, I don't know, I can't speak for Adam, obviously where Adam's based, is you're so close to everywhere that you've got that choice, and all of a sudden the 3-hour journey feels like a long journey because you're so close to, civilization thing.
Yeah.
But we're 4 hours away from, 2012, so it's,
Have you got
Oh,
where's he gone? He's going to say, have you got
Froze
Wi-Fi?
again.
it froze again.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than yours, mate.
Yeah.
Tell you what, unbelievable. I tell you what, I had the same problem last week, and I don't know what's going off.
Put 10 bob in meter.
Yeah, love that.
I'm
So,
paying
yeah,
for extra fastness and it's not working. It's rubbish.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there, and going back to your previous point about people getting out, and I wish you guys all the best with your venture with the venue. I really hope it
Absolutely.
off for you guys. We really look forward to coming and seeing you and meeting you and playing there as well. Hopefully it goes back to that point, doesn't it? Hopefully people are so itching to get out there, and this big boom of people socializing again, and it can hopefully only domino affects the whole industry, and that means people see more bands because they're out a bit more, making the most of not being locked in, and finding more bands, following more bands, in turn getting more radio play, in turn getting more listens to the radio stations like yourself. So if it goes full circle in an ideal world, and people just embrace, because rock music isn't in the mainstream anymore, and if we can embrace that element of people really getting back into live music and all genres, then I think it's going to benefit everybody, isn't it? And it's kind of much needed, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, as I was saying before I froze, I mean, people coming up to venues and things like that, I think everybody's going to be.
Oh dear. It's not the.
Rip yourself. I don't know what you did and what you didn't. Basically, what it is like when. Is it pausing again?
You're back now.
We're back in again, Mama. Yeah, I think everybody's going to end up going out and just.
I think what we'll do is
Just do it and support the band, because obviously people being locked at home and just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, mate. Sorry. Well, what we'll do is I think we'll play another track. So I've got a few lined up. So at the minute I've got For My Sorrow, Nova, Lost Cause, You Want It. Should we go for Nova?
Yeah, why not? It's the track.
That's it.
It's the track that most people, if they've ever heard of us,
Yeah.
know this track, I think, and I think vice versa. If they've heard Nova, they'll know us from that. So yeah, do it.
Yeah, well, just before we go, the whole premise of Smile Radio is predominantly we are about unsigned and independent music, and we're giving loads of acts opportunity to have the music listened to, and and again, me and my wife, we're not a commercial station, we're not a large station. It's all subsidised by us. It costs us a bloody fortune, if I'm honest. But we're hoping that all the hard work of the last 2.5 years will slowly paying off, and if we can link it in to the venue, that will be phenomenal for us. And it'll be, I want to be able to get original acts in, but the whole thing behind it is I want the original acts to be able to support the up and coming new music, because the business partner I'm going to be doing with, he got involved with a particular, I won't name the artist, but anyway, they were very adamant that nobody else could get on the stage before them. They weren't willing to support anybody else. It was all about them, and I really don't care who they are. They won't be playing at my venue if they're not willing to support new music. Cause
Name and shame. Go on, name and shame.
no, I can't do it because it's not really my argument to have. So I don't. But no, I'll say one thing. I was very disappointed. As a parent, I was very disappointed with that individual. So
Very
I
wild.
think we've got
Very
the name
wild.
of the game is to support each other, you know.
Cause it is, and I just don't. But that's the whole point. Because I mean, and I'm sure you've played venues where you've played to 2 men and a dog, and it's all part of your apprenticeship, for want of a better word.
Yeah, literally that. Yeah.
And for me, if we can get it right, where we've got actually people coming to see, and they might might be coming to see the original artist, but if they actually did you hear this band or that band, and that word of mouth, and especially now with social media, it's just going to be massive. But yeah, we'd love you to come up and play, because I'd love to see you live.
Honestly,
I'd
like,
love to.
I tell you what, I'd love to come and see you, honestly, because I think you're listening to everything.
Great words from Lee there. Right then, sorry mate, you just brought. But what we'll do, let's play a track, and we'll come back. Hold your thoughts. So we'll talk to the boys a little bit more. We're gonna play Nova. This is live on Smile Radio, and we've been joined by the beautiful Fallen State.
It's too late. photographs we took were not enough. I'm telling you, baby, I'll be right here by your side, saying everything's alright. My life, my life. Why are you always on my mind and my solar system? You're the sun, my supernova. Those heavy hearts refuse to run in my solar system. You're the sun, my supernova. You're not here by my side, but you're always on my mind. My life, my life. I'm telling you, baby, I'll be right here by your side, saying everything's alright. My life, my
Rich and Chris and Drive Time, Smile Radio.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show, live on Smile Radio. So apologies for those who are listening on the app or online. For some reason it put last week's show on, so at least I know we're live. So I've just had a message to say I'm listening in. I can see on Facebook, but it's last week's show. So anyway, modern technology. We've got Lee problems with his internet. He needs to put 10 bob in meter. I'll get the Jable running a little bit faster. Get that dynamo going. So apologies for those but we're back. We're back live on Smile Radio. You can listen on the app, or you can download or you can listen to us on Alexa by saying, Alexa, start Smile Radio. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Over to you guys. Loving that. When was that released? Supernova.
That came out in 2017, I think, on an EP called The View from Ruin. And it was, it's a song, about sort of going on forever, but it's a song that means a lot to a lot of people, which is amazing. And that is that connection, and that, having that with fans is just unbelievable, but it means a lot to us as well. So it came from nowhere, but it came from a very personal experience within the band sort of thing. So it had to go on the record. I think it was a fairly last minute addition to what we were recording at the time, but because of where this song came from, it kind of skipped the queue a little bit and ended up being, our sort of biggest single so far. So it's been well received, which is cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It means a lot.
Yeah, well, you've got lots of plays on Spotify and all the rest of it anyway, haven't you? So, but again, if you want to find out a little bit more about the Fallen State, they are the featured artists this week on Smile Radio, so you can go to the website www.smileradio.co/the featured artists, and all information about the bands there, the Spotify playlist, the video for the Knives on YouTube. So, but you've had lots of success again with the Kerrang TV and Planet Rock, and obviously with the BBC as well, haven't you? So
we've been very lucky. Very lucky. So it seems quite difficult to maintain relationships with particularly television, because it's kind of a dying television, a bit of a dying art, isn't it? Really, it's like I say, it's a lot more independent sort of radios like Wicked stations like yourselves, and yeah, a lot more independent stuff, and it's kind of breaking away from that classic sort of scuzz mid 2000s era that, you know, and even obviously prior to that we're all sort of used to and grew up with. So it's hard to maintain that, but we've had some really cool success in the past with it, and it's how a lot of people in the past have found us. But at the same time, because particularly like scuzz, they've got such a habit, or they had such a habit of playing the same sort of 30 videos, the same sort of, you know, System of a Down, Limp Bizkit, sort of, you know what I mean? Same sort of new metal vibe. It became quite disconnected from what, you know, from getting on there and being seen in that way. So it's a bit of a dying art now, isn't it? I've not watched music, you know, a music channel like that for years.
It's all seems to be like YouTube and that now. I mean, all our shows. We stream across all the social media. If I'm brutally honest, I'm a bit of a Klondike, really. I much prefer just to do it via the radio, but because of how it is and how technology is, we have to stream it across all the platforms. So it's not just the audio. The you know, people want to see the video as well, which I kind of get. But yeah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's normally just me and Chris and Lee just talking a lot of Barry White. Do you know what I mean? but
no, it's not. It's a lot of sense, actually.
Well, maybe from you, definitely not from me, because I've got literally zero musical talent whatsoever. But I like what I like, and you know what I mean. So in that regards, I'm an old-fashioned listener. I like to, and again, from your genre to soul and Motown to indie to, I've got such a wide spectrum of musical tastes, and that's one thing I love about what we do. The amount of, I mean, we are literally I've hundreds of submissions a week between me and Richie, who helps manage the station with me, and I can't physically get through it all because it's really difficult, because you've got to give it the chance to listen to it, you know. And I don't want to be one of them people where, you know, you listen to 10, 15 seconds, because there's so much work gone into that particular track, whether you like it or not. I like to give it a listen to. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff out there that we get and I'm thinking, can you not hear what I can hear? But, you know, but I do appreciate the talent where Lee's played in a band. I mean, he's a bassist, and, you know, so he can appreciate it even more than I can, really.
Nice. Yeah, it's sorry, yeah, no, it's you know, the modern.
Oh, the drummer. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm probably screwing all this up because it's all phasing again.
Go on, carry on, Lee. As a drummer, go on.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was just going to ask you. Kick.
Say that again.
Do you use a chain on your kick?
A chain?
Songs.
You're gonna have to. What do you mean?
Well, do you use a double kick pedal or like a chain?
Yeah.
Do you like a chain on your pedal for a double? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got got chain pedals. Yeah, I've been dying to try some alternatives. I can't think of what it's called, but yeah.
They sound absolutely fantastic, though. They really do. The click and everything on it, with the timing, with everything, it's great.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. That's all down to production. It's nothing to do with me.
Well, you've been modest, but it's. I think again when you. I mean, I know what I like, and like I said, I've no talent whatsoever in regards to that, but I can really appreciate it. And it's like when you go to see a live band, and I've got a couple of live recordings of some of the artists that we've dealt with, and it's just brilliant. It's just, I can't explain the difference of a feel of a you know, you've got all the emotion from every band member, you know, who was giving it everything, and it's coming back to you in droves. And especially, I suppose, when you've got fans singing your music back to you, that must be the biggest buzz.
That's the best feeling ever, I think. It's brilliant to write something that, you know, you might write something really personal, and it's, you know, you've sat there and you thought, wow, this is, I don't know if I want to share it because it's not personal or whatever, and then you do put it out there, and then like you've got a room full of people singing it back to you. Like that feeling it's up there with, you know, it's better than anything you can take to give you that same buzz. You know, it's brilliant.
So who does most of the writing then or is it a joint collective?
Yeah, it's a classic question, but
Oh,
no,
no.
no, I'm only messing. No, but we share it. We share it between us. Really, it's you know, an idea can come from anywhere. I'm sure Adam will agree, sort of thing. And then it's just a case of taking on ideas from each other, and you know, I mean, that's the good thing about this, you know, where we are in terms of, you know, 2021, etc. Because even in lockdowns, we can still communicate and write and send ideas digitally, and you know, even program little drum beats and stuff, and just get ideas and demos put together, even if we haven't seen each other for, you know, 2 or 3 months sort of thing at a time. So we're very lucky in that respect. But yeah, I mean, an idea can come from anywhere, and you never really get a sense of it until you all meet up. So it's kind of all these ideas in the bag, and then we'll have to wait until, you know, end of next month or whatever it is, so we can see each other and see what's, you know, sort of cuts the mustard, and what was you know, needs to be left behind. But yeah, I'd like to think it's joint anyway.
It is, yeah. No, it is. I think it's quite refreshing actually, because previously, I've not had this. It's like the first time ever I've been in a band or project or anything where I'm not the kind of only one doing the bulk of the writing. So it's actually quite nice to have other people's input on it. And you know, some people get really precious about, it's like, well, this is my idea and it's got to be like this way. And there's none of that, to be honest, within the Fallen State. As I've experienced so far anyway, it's been kind of like we just all want what's absolutely best for the song and the project or whatever we're doing. So it's very sort of, it's hard work in a lot of ways, but it's chilled out in others that we're not very particular about our own ideas. We're quite happy to let an idea go if people aren't feeling it or whatever. So.
Because it's like anything, in it, when you've put a lot of effort into a particular lyric or a melody, and you know, and you actually, and then everybody else, not sure about that, and you know, because it is, I think just that's human nature to be able to, hang on, well, why don't you like it, you know?
Yeah, I think you just got to be able to trust that people aren't saying these things about it if they're not liking it in a positive way. They're not saying it to do you down. They're saying it for the greater good of the project, sort of thing. It's not to say, I don't like that lyric just because Rich wrote it or whatever. It's just like, whatever's best and whatever it takes to get it there. So yeah, you just got to be mindful of that. I think in anything you do is that when you've got a team effort, it's about the team, not the individual.
Yeah, because I'm all about lyrics in a song. The melody's got to work. Don't get me wrong, but I listen to a song and I do this a lot with the radio, and when we're putting all the playlists together, I listen and I try and switch away from the music. I try and listen to the lyrics, to what's being sung, and it might strike a chord to me about something completely different and where I'm at and whatever stage in my life, what's going on with my immediate family and all the rest of it. But for work like for you, when you've written it, it's something completely different. I remember seeing an interview with Liam Gallagher, and he was saying, I forget which track it was now, and he says, well, what does it mean to you? He says, well, it's irrelevant what it means to me. So what does it mean to you? And that's completely on point. And I know he can be a complete idiot at times, but it's true. It's what does it mean to you? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
That's why
it's how you interpret it.
Yeah.
Go on, Rich, sorry.
No, I was just saying that's why music's, you know, such a beautiful thing that we can share, you know, doesn't matter the genre, doesn't matter the era, you know, classical, whatever. It's always open to interpretation, you know, same with poetry, I suppose. But yeah, we're lucky to have it really in that respect. It's just down to, you know, personal taste. But yeah, let people take their own story and their own experiences from a song, and then, you know, that's great. I love that. You know, that's why we do it, I think. But yeah.
I like sometimes to, you know, when you get asked what a song's about, what did you write it? Then you can give a kind of perspective, but I don't want to give that away too much, because it's like you say, it's open to interpretation. What I might find is a song that helps me get through when I'm in a mood. It might be something that comforts someone when they're really upset or something. It's like whatever it is to how they interpret it. Lyrics mean so much in the way you interpret it, but it doesn't mean to say that's how everyone's got to listen to it. You've got to listen to it this way because I wrote it that way. Yeah.
Well, if it's all right with you, I'd like to play "You Want It," if that's all right, because I really like this. Not that I don't like your other stuff, but yeah, I think I was trying to think of which one I prefer, but again, I'm not going to ask you because it's like which is your favourite child. But I'm gonna break for a song. So this is "You Want It" by the Fallen State. You listen to Rich without Chris, with Lee, and the boys from the Fallen State. We're right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Said a lie would understate my case. I hold my tongue. I know I say something I regret. Don't blame me. Just strike the match and walk away. Let me. I've seen better days. Don't lay down. Take it on your tail. And tell me that you want it. You want it. You want it. You want it. Don't lay down. Take it on your tail. And tell me that you want it. You want it. You said you want it. If you bring the fuel, I'll bring the flames. And set it off, not what you want, I'm what you need. A ticking time bomb, just strike the match and let it take. Let me, light a late blaze. Don't lay down, take it on your tail. And tell me that you want it, you want it, you want it, you want it. Don't lay down, take it on your tail. And tell me that you want it, you want it, you said you want it.
You're listening to Rich and
Chris Show live on Smile Radio. We're having a few technical issues here. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway. I think we've lost Lee. Are you still there, Lee? No, obviously not. Well, we've got the main guys here anyway. That's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah. No, we're having problems last week, and this is the beauty of sort of online. Is obviously if the internet goes down, it's a bit crap, isn't it? It doesn't work. Yeah, it is at the minute. But so yeah, there will be a podcast of the show. I mean, the first for some reason the first 20 minutes, 15 minutes, which fortunately for you guys, it doesn't really affect you. But we're trying in the. It's really hard because obviously I'm producing it all myself. I'm in my little studio. Because of COVID and everything else, I've got nobody else to help me. So when things go wrong, I'm trying to wing it, trying to talk and thinking, Yeah, and I've got people messaging you going, last week's show's on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just been chilled, and but anyway, at least they know we're live, don't they, Rich? You know what I mean? Anyway, so getting back to coming up in the hopefully the non too distant future. Yeah, apparently you've got hopefully some tour dates coming up. Is that right? Go on, Adam. Well, if everything goes well, I will be definitely be getting in touch with you towards the summertime with a bit of luck. So if I'm hoping by sort of beginning of next week we'll have further development, because there's quite a bit of work to do in the venue itself. So again, if anybody wants to lend a help, get in touch with me, richard@smileradio.co. Drop me an email. Any help will be greatly appreciated. So yeah. But I just genuinely can't. The last band I saw live was Stereophonics, and that was a question. Who was the last band you saw live? It's not a bad gig to go to, is it, that? What about you, Rich? Yeah. 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 So again, I'm going to put another question to you then. Which has been the best gig you've been to? Obviously not your own, but yeah. I'll, wow. Yeah. One of the best gigs I went to is quite intimate. I mean, I'm a massive Paul Weller fan. I like me modern ska and all that. And the current Mrs. Harrison bought me tickets a few years ago. And we went to see him at a really intimate gig at Liverpool Uni. But we went to see James a couple of years ago at the Victoria Theatre in Halifax. Very intimate gig. And I love James anyway, you know, I like my indie stuff as well. But as a front man, he was in bonkers. Absolutely stonewall. What a front man. And I mean, the atmosphere was electric, you know, whether you like James or not. But as a front man, he was crowd surfing. He crawled up the gantry and he's walking along the balcony and he's literally leaning. And all of his fans are just holding it. And if they let go, he's dead. Do you know what I mean? And he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But as a front man, you know, Tim Booth, he's off his rocker. But but again, I went to Stereophonics, amazing band, brilliant live, you know. But again, it's all about, you know, that particular. But that one's really stood out for me as a front man. I was entertained. I didn't. We went. Yeah, one of the reasons why I wanted to do my own venue, I went to a thing called the 360 Club in Leeds, and there were a number of bands, and there was a girl called Loz Campbell. I don't know if you've heard of Loz. She's from Wakefield. She's a real rock chick. She's only 21. Really talented guitarist, classically trained, but she's. Check it out on Spotify and whatever. She's a good girl as well. And I went to this 360, and there's a band called Big Rooster Jeff from Dewsbury. And actually Ruben, who's the keyboard player, he does a show, Top of the Progs, on a Monday night. Check it out if you like your glam rock and prog rock and all that lot. And he's only 18, 19, and his knowledge is vast. He's amazing. Great person. Absolutely fantastic person. Anyway, so I went to go watch these guys, and you know, Patrick the drummer and Max his brother on lead guitarist and vocals. But the whole premise of the evening was they could only play original music, and every band had to wait till the end of the show. They couldn't go to watch the other acts, and I just thought that's brilliant, because I've been to loads of stuff where people have gone, and oh, thank you. They've I lost my train of thought now. But yeah, all the bands were there and they had to wait and listen to what were going on, you know.
That shouldn't be a rule. Do you know what I mean? That shouldn't be like a niche thing. Oh, by the way, we've got this show. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing it. It's amazing. There should never be this, right, we're going to put a show on, but everybody has to stay and that's going to be something different. That should always be the case.
Just out of respect, it should be the case, shouldn't it?
But I've been to loads of gigs, similar gigs to that, and the band's played and they've gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's happened to me a number of times when even if we've not been the headline band in my old bands, we might have been the support band, but we've stuck around, and then the other support bands have just left, and it's like, you know, sometimes we've had these shows and it's a good opportunity for some people to make some friends and some contacts, but as soon as they've done their set, they've just packed the gear up and taken their friends with them, and it's like, what was the point in you coming? You've not achieved anything.
You don't mind if it's, you know, sometimes you got these young lads and, you know, they need picking up, as it were, you know, and you always give these young guys a chance. You know, we've all been there. I've been, you know, as a teenager, dropped off to play a show in my local village hall sort of thing, and, you know, and can you pick me up now sort of thing. I totally get that. But me in particular, I've got a black book, and it's got some bands in it that have played with us. They've either supported us or been on the same bill. It doesn't matter. It's not about us. And if they go before the end of the show, they're in the black book, mate. And it's funny because some of these bands will then, 6 months later, you announce a headline tour, and then you get this, you know, our manager will get this influx inbox and be like, oh, we'd love to support you guys. We played with you so and so back in then. And it's like, oh, who are these guys? Oh, they're the guys that played their set and left. You don't deserve the chance unless there's a, you know, a complete understandable circumstance in my book. Sounds a bit harsh, but you've got to, you know, it's earning your stripes, isn't it? In no other industry would you ever want an opportunity but then not stick around to network and then create those opportunities for yourself. Like, I can't think of any other industry, you know, where you'd actually get away with that. So it shouldn't be the case in music, and music being one of the hardest things to get into and to maintain and to make a career from, and you know, even the surrounding industries like what you guys are doing and the venues. It relies on you know, the graft, and if you want to turn up and play and then you've had your fix and you want to go home, you don't really deserve to progress in my book, you know. Yeah, it's as much of a, it makes me sound a bit of an idiot, but
No, it's a pet peeve. You know, you out of respect, you should stick around for the band that you've come to support, or if you're the headliner. A lot of the time, I've done, and Rich, I'll probably say you've done the same. Is that you've gone out and watched the support band set as well. You know, and you've been there to support each other. That's I said earlier. You know, it's the name of the game is to be in it together, because if you're against each other, it's already a tough business, as Rich said. You need to be a unit, and these bands come together rather than treat it as a rivalry all the time. And, you know, just get behind each other. It's not hard work when you make friends with people, and that's, you can help yourself in your career far more when you're friends with people than anything.
Yeah, I must admit, one thing I found a lot of, especially with a lot of the independents and unsigned music, is there's such a camaraderie with each other, and if you know a snare drum goes, or do you know what I mean, the willingness to help each other out, because I'm sure you've all been there, you know, and it's like, you know, I can only liken it to what I do, you know. Again, you know, I've had a couple of times where, you know, I've just been told I've had one of the mics on mute, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake. But I do have everything recording going out anyway, so I can make amends a bit later on, and that's the beauty of what I can edit. But you know, when people don't offer to stick around after you've, you know, I don't like that. But I do find a lot of the unsigned and independent artists, there's such a, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but they just, it's united. Everybody helps each other out, and it's lovely to be around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. It's one of the best things about it is just, you know, that, like you say, meeting, you know, look at Adam and us, for example, you know, opposite end of the country effectively, but we met at a show, we became friends, you know, lost contact, regained contact, as you do in these situations. You know, you look to each other for support in different ways within the industry, like you say, you know, and then these opportunities and things come from it. So I think, you know, if there's ever a living sort of embodiment proof of that, it's looking at me and Adam being, you know, 350 miles apart, but being in the same band because we met at a show, you know, and that's what I love. And it's you look forward to like meeting new people as much as you look forward to playing the show. The show's great, and it's great to be up there, and it's a buzz, and you get to, you know, share your music and have those shared experiences with your bandmates and your brothers as well, sort of thing. But you get that chance. I wonder who's playing tonight. I've not heard of this band, or I've seen them before. They played with us before, and it's that whole. And this again goes back to your point, fun enough. Like looking forward to reconnecting with those people again and saying, I haven't seen you guys for 2 years, 3 years. We toured together back in 2018. I can't wait to come and see you play, and hopefully we play together again, sort of thing. And that's keeping everybody going, as like it is for me and sure Adam as well, sort of thing. But
definitely.
Yeah. Right, shall we break for another song?
Go on then.
Yeah.
So which one? You tell me what you want to play.
I hate them all equally, so you choose.
What about Lost Cause?
What else?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me. Not that one, obviously. You tell me. You tell me.
I'm messing with you.
No,
no, you choose. Go on. Just randomize. Go for it. See what comes out.
I'm torn now. I'm torn. I know Chris. Lee was wanting to play, but I don't know which one he wanted to play. Well, balls to it. I'm going to play a Lost Cause anyway because I did it lined up.
Wait.
You're listening to Rich without Lee and without Chris, but we've got Rich and we've got Adam from The Fallen State live on Smile Radio. And I apologise for the issues that I've had at my end. We've had a few technical issues, so it's all part of the fun, isn't it? We're right back after this. If you've got any questions, anything, stay tuned as well, because we've got coming up is our little segment of we ask our featured artists of song for whatever. And I think you were asked by Michelle a couple of songs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, Rich
Well-
didn't get the memo.
Right, Rich. While this song's playing, just have a think about a song that means something. It could be about anything. It could be an original. It could be an unsigned. It could be it's something that means something to you, and why you repeat that song. Just have a think about it while we play this. The Lost Cause, the one you don't like.
This is Andy. We are Council, and you are listening to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show on Smile Radio. Get that smile.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. I'm just going to try, because Lee's having all sorts of problems trying to connect. So we've gone traditional. We've got, is he there? Can you hear us, Lee?
Hello. Yes, I'm here now. Yeah.
All right, we've got
up the good old-fashioned dog and bone.
We've got him on phone, so this is the bit where he'll turn out to be Norman Colley. Can you hear him, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Right then.
I can't hear them.
You can't hear them?
Oh.
No.
Obviously not, because...
Probably just as well.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Just a little bit. It's a little bit. Just very muted. That's
well,
all. But anyway.
Well, you can turn your speakers up on your end. So the only downside there'd be a bit of a delay. But anyway, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, you can hear me anyway, so that's all right.
So we were asking, I was asking the boys just before we broke, which song do they like? You had a song that you liked, but I didn't know which one you'd said.
Any Any at all, because obviously, I mean, I love they've already said Nova. I mean, when I first heard them, I mean, I thought of Creed, you know the band Creed, guys will know Creed, Papa Roach, and actually as well, a little bit of Extreme as well, where a lot of the album, and I listened to the earlier stuff, and it just reminded me of Creed, Extreme, Papa Roach, things like that, and that's really down my street, is that. Things like that. I don't know what guys think of what I've just said.
Yeah, they're
Obviously,
both nodding.
Hear them, so if they start putting fingers up and things like that, then back at them.
No, I mean, you hit the nail on the head a little bit, because, you know, those bands, massive influence to us when we started. You know, these are bands that we've always listened to, and mutual favourite bands of ours, sort of thing. So it's good that you've picked up on that. Hopefully we don't sound, like we're ripping them off or anything, but but yeah, it's Papa Roach and Alter Bridge, Creed, like you say, bands that really got us shine down and things, really got us our mutual love for rock music and where we wanted to take our direction with a bit of a British angle on the vocals, etc. From obviously being British. So that's it's good that you've picked up on that, and you didn't sort of say, well, I love your references to UB40.
No, definitely not.
We're getting your feedback now as well, Lee. So I don't know about you guys, but I can hear it firing back.
So
but anyway,
I just turned it back down. I just had to so that I could hear them.
Yeah. Well, this is the beauty of technology, innit? At least thing is, at least they know we're live. That's the main thing, innit?
Exactly. Of course it is. Yeah, it's live radio.
So I'm just gonna find where is Michelle's song? So Adam's chosen "Thrown" by Bring Me the Horizon. That's your song for whatever. Why is that then?
Yeah, well, it's a couple, but that one for me was a song at the time when it came out, and well, maybe just after it came out, but when I first started really getting into that album, it was one of those where, like you say, the lyrics and it really resonated with me. Where it's about similar to what we do with Knives in a way, about a song of coming back from being in a place where you don't want to be, and I was kind of in that place at the time, and the lyrics sort of throw me to the wolves, tomorrow I'll come back leader of the pack sort of thing. It was like really like self-empowering, sort of like, what a great song, and it resonated with me a lot. That, yeah.
Have you thought of one yet, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I was meant to be in this interview because I didn't get any of the memos, but I appreciate you having me anyway.
No, we're glad you're on.
Oh, thank you. I've picked a song that I haven't heard for about 13 years, and it's the first song that I learned on drums at school. Because I learned at secondary school when I started secondary school millions of years ago, and then it was 4 years until I got my first kit at home. By then, my music tastes are completely, obviously, as you do for your teenage years, completely evolved and got into sort of Led Zeppelin and things. But if you've got Good Charlotte, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, that was when I was at school in lunch break, because I never used to hang out with the kids. So I said, yeah, I can play this song, being 12 years old. And I just haven't heard it for so long that, so it's, sorry about that.
No, it's all right. But this is what it's all about. It's a song that means something to you. So that's that. So Lifestyle by the Rich and Famous is the first song you learned to play on the drums.
Pretty much. I remember
that. That is.
I'm just going to write that down because I will forget. Yeah, I can go into the kitchen and forget what I've gone in for. I kid you not. My memory's terrible. So right then. So what I'll do is we'll play yours first, if that's all right with you, Adam. So we're going to play. So the Throne by Bring Me the Horizon. So this is Adam's song for whatever, and I'm just going to write down Rich's, and we'll be right back after this. And hopefully I'll remember to press all the right buttons, and we'll be cooking on gas. We do private functions as well. We do bar mitzvahs. We do all that kind of stuff. Right back after this. Bear with me. Bear with. Oh. Here we go. It should be playing. In technology, brilliant. Everything's just froze. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I'm just going to play this. There we go, we're back. We're cooking on gas. Well, we're having an absolute nightmare here.
I think you're doing an amazing job. I think.
No, for some, my other machine that's normally plays my music has decided to freeze completely. And I'm trying to reboot it all, and I'm playing music on another one, and it's just anyway.
Obviously, you know, it's the COVID madness times, isn't it? I think you're doing a great job to keep it going. And
do you know what?
For pursuing it, because I think I'd have just chucked in the microphone and walked out like that.
Whilst I'd literally got the microphone on, playing from the speaker of the other machine, and I couldn't swear because I was just thinking, you are kidding me. Normally, I have to say, I've touched wood. I've never had an issue like this. I mean, we had one week where the whole internet went down, but that was down to the Virgin. That was nothing to do with me. So I just kicked back and listened to the backup playlist. Oh, right then. I don't know where Lee's gone. Hold on. Have we still got Lee there? Hang on. Let me just see if I can get him back.
Are you guys normally, obviously post COVID? Are you guys in the same studio normally? Then do you?
Yeah, we're normally in here, and the thing is as well, it's really hard, and I explained to because Chris comes from a completely different background. We've been mates 35 years, probably longer. Me and Chris. So yeah, we go back a long way, and we've got a lot of stories, and obviously there's a lot of Mickey taking. Oh, hang on, we've got Lee joining. Can you hear us, Lee? Can you hear us, Lee? Don't swear.
I can hear you now, yeah.
You're live on.
I tell you what, swear, mate. I tell you what, the air is blue where I am right now. The air is blue. I can tell you. Oh dear me.
Oh. Anyway.
I'll tell you what, we might have lost a few listeners tonight, but guess what? We'll come back bigger and stronger.
Back stronger.
Amen, brother. What don't kill you makes you stronger, doesn't it? But
yeah.
Yeah, so
you can blame us as well if we lose listeners. You know, it's fair enough. I think.
No. Well, the thing is, we've got lots of people following. Obviously, try and promote it through social media. Who's coming on, and again, I do try and rope the kids in because it's not my bag. It's the social media. I do my best, and they've been teaching me various tricks. And I tried to do a post earlier, and this is I've got 13-year-old, 19, and 26. So obviously the whiz on social media, and I'd put this, and I'd designed this thing on Carver or whatever it is, and I'm thinking, yeah, I've done this. This is the dogs. This. What is that for Instagram story? Is that going on there as a post? What? Well, that's no good on Instagram. That if it's for your story, yeah, fine. But if you're doing a post on Instagram or on Facebook, you need to use this. That's been ages. I mean, for them, and literally, she just went dick, job done. Makes me sick. Makes me.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's a minefield, isn't it?
We'll just have to get these guys on properly again, won't we?
Definitely.
Get these guys on again because these guys, absolutely, they've been through a lot of problems as well. A lot of stuff that's basically, obviously, we don't want to go into details, but they've come back, they've sorted it out, and we need to get these guys back on because I think personally as well, this as a rock band as well, because obviously rock is a big thing of mine. I think basically these guys are. I just want to ask them as well. Obviously, I can't hear what they're saying as well. What is the next big thing for them to come through now? What's the next plans? What are they looking forward to now? What's the next step for they're planning to do?
Did you hear that, boys?
Yeah, I got it loud and clear. I think that the next big thing is to get the full, get an album out, or that next big step into what we're doing. It's new territory for me with the band, and obviously Fallen State had a Dead Set Endeavour come out, and that was a great, it was a great album. I'm a big fan of that album before I got involved, and I think it's to get this next record out and hopefully it does as well and better, and then getting out and touring. For me, that's the big two, is to get the music out and get everyone hearing it and enjoying it, and then getting out on the road to play them songs for everybody.
Yeah, I second that. Just get the album finished. I think we've got a lot of work still to do. We've basically got half an album recorded, which we absolutely love, really proud of it. Obviously, Knives, you guys have heard or might have heard. We're so proud of it. We want to keep it going and keep building on it, get it out, hopefully tour with it, and then enjoy life back on the road after all this madness. So yeah, that's the big plan, really. I think same for a lot of guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we're trying to. I think everybody we've had on over the last few weeks, months even, just echo the same point. Just getting in, being able to get in the studio. There were a band called 26th Avenue, and they're a female-fronted indie band. And Demi, she always listens in. Bless her, if she's listening. She's definitely the captain of that team. But they come on and they managed to get into the studio to record a bit like yourselves, for Knives. And again, in regards to producers, who produces all your music? Because the reason why I ask is they did a particular record. I can't remember the name of the track now, but the producer brought some strings into it, and for me made the song. You know, it was good before because I heard it before, but then who produces your stuff?
So, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, we've been using the same producer since we first recorded. And we first recorded back in 2014. Well, we released some EPs before the album, sort of thing, and try and keep music flowing a bit more regularly than an album cycle. But we've been using Dave Redad Jones of Red City Recordings in Manchester. He's a good friend of ours. He comes from, if anybody knows, Heaven's Basement. He came from Heaven's Basement and he left to pursue the production side of music. Greg, a couple of the guys got to know him before he produced our music via, obviously, like you say, it goes back to that thing of touring together. And I think Greg's old band had supported Heaven's Basement a few years prior to the Fallen State becoming a band. So yeah, he's been amazing to work with. He gets the best out of us. We always speak so highly of him. He's a good friend, but he's also an amazing producer. And yeah, it's always a joy sort of going back to his studio and hanging out for sort of 10 days at a time or even longer sort of thing, catching up with him and then getting the best out of these songs, via him. So it's a pleasure to work with him, and hopefully Adam can say the same thing from from October sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a good process. It's just a very good producer. I've worked with some other guys, and it's just like, his input on things was great, and like you were saying before, is that they added strings to that song. It's like, when we've done that, we put in certain elements that I've never even thought about delving into before the Fallen State, and then you can see how that really takes effect, and you can see it come alive in the studio, which is great. And Dave was like, he's brilliant producer, and looking forward to going back and working with him again for the rest of this album.
Brilliant. Well, I managed to get your track, Rich, lined up.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'm going to be able to hear it this time. But yeah, when this is done, I'm gonna have a few beers, I think, tonight. I'm gonna have
Friday, you're allowed.
I'm having a few beers now, and I can't hit guys. All I can do is apologise to the guy.
They're laughing, but seriously, would you guys be able to come back on again when we get our
Anytime.
stuff together? So
Yes.
in the next couple of weeks, so if we can get everybody on. I mean, I know it's difficult because everybody's, there's people working as well, but we'd love to get you back on again.
Minutes, whatever it is, just for 20-minute slot, something like that. Just basically get guys back on, because it's not doing them a service at all, because they are a fantastic band.
Oh, they're giving you a thumbs up.
Thank you very much. No, we'd love to come back on. Pleasure. It's great to meet you guys.
Well, what I'll do is, I mean, don't go. You can stay on as long as you want for me. We've got another half an hour, but if you've got stuff to do, by all means, don't feel sorry for me. You don't have to stay with me and persevere through this madness. But yeah, this is Rich's song for whatever, and this is The Good Charlotte, Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. So hopefully, we're gonna hopefully be able to hear it. Let's have it. Can we hear it, boys?
Think it's been a day or
your name for the record?
Chadwick Merriweather Harding. The third.
Can I get back to you with that?
Look at the way they dress. They have a horrible fashion sense.
Isn't it true that the accused treated you like a dog?
Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We find the defendants.
Tune. We managed to get that side.
Thank you so much.
Thank God for YouTube.
Yeah, I noticed the video version. I was all over that.
Hey, it's not a bad song to learn to play drums to, is it?
It was a banger. It was a banger then. It's a banger now, mate. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I owe a lot to that band, I think.
So I think we've lost Lee. He hasn't rung me back, but I realised when I took the cable out to talk to Lee, it disconnected it from my desk. So that's why we couldn't. So, hey ho.
We've cursed you, mate.
No, you haven't. He's ringing me back. Lee. Not plugging you back in. I'll put you on speaker. Hang on. Lee.
I'm back.
You're back. I've put you on speaker. I realised
I
what.
have to keep coming back off. I have to keep coming back off so I can listen to John because that is an absolute banger. It is a brilliant tune, is that? It's brilliant.
That's what Richard just said.
I heard that little bit then as I were ringing back then, and it was just great. And I tell you what, this is like probably the. I'm sure all the best DJs in the world have gone through this situation. If they haven't, they're not proper DJs, are they?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we're not like, we ain't got our own producing team and all the rest of it. It's just me winging it.
And it's just where it goes, isn't it? It's just where it goes. And I tell you what, there's a lot worse things that's happened in the world.
Yeah, well, we've got Nathan who, if you want to check Nathan Down's show out on a Saturday morning, he's just been, he said it's just like listening to one of my podcasts. So if you want to listen to Nathan's show and what possibly could go wrong on a Saturday morning, 8 till 10, check him out. He's pretty chilled, and like I said, we're not brilliant presenters, but we have a laugh doing it, so that's the main thing.
I tell you what, we're not brilliant, but we're honest. That's what it is. We're honest. We don't lie. And I tell you now, we do get some proper bands on, and this band, The Fallen State, are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I have to echo that. So so what I'll do is I'll drop Michelle a message, and if we can get you back on in a couple of weeks when we get my act together, and we'll
anytime, yeah.
And I'll definitely be in touch in regards to when the venue's up and running. So
yeah, please do. Yeah.
And we'll have to get you some digs started out and stay over. And we'll have a couple of bevies, I think.
That sounds great.
Absolutely.
Sounds like Mike on the plan.
But, I reckon there'll be a decent set of lads to have a few beverages, especially the drummer as well. While he's in that padded cellar, he could drink a couple of drinks.
Oh, well, boys, I just want to say thank you so much for persevering with us, and I've loved having you on. And
love the show, love the station, guys. Keep it going because it's fantastic, and I wish you all, massive success in the future and with the venue as well, and just keep building it, keep going. Ultimately, I don't think personally people don't mind glitches. We're all human. It's all part of the process. It's we're in a crazy time of life, so just keep it going. It's good fun. You guys are amazing, so thank you for having us, and hope to keep checking you guys out, man.
Oh, thank you so much.
Times two.
Bless you. Well, I think we'll.
I didn't get a word of that, so can they relay it to me?
He just said that Rich is amazing, and no, he just said what we're doing is we're doing a great job, and really appreciate everything that we're doing.
Needs to be done, yeah. Oh, that's great. Just before they go as well, I need to ask them this as well. We've had all these technical problems and things like that today. which obviously doesn't normally go off. I mean, I know last week I had a few internet problems, but I think neighbours draining my internet, but I'll have to go down and sort that. I reckon, have they ever they played a gig where they've maybe somebody's like started off with wrong song, or the like the beginning of a song or all like that, and they've like looked at each other and thought, hey, what are you doing? Oh shit, yeah. And then we get on with it. You know what I mean? And we click into it, and they were like, oh yeah, it's all right. Yeah, that were all obviously we made to do that.
Put it this way, okay? More so than not.
Yeah, I was gonna say more than I care to admit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've gone to the start of the set, we've come out, the intro tape's played, we're about to go into the first song, we're stood in front of the mic, and I have not a clue what the first line of the song is. And it's not until the second you get there, it's like, oh, that's what it is. And that's happened many a time, more than I care to admit.
That's honesty.
I think.
Look, you've got to make a proper thing. Oh yeah, we're all right. Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, we're meant to do that.
Right, before
human, you know?
Exactly. So before you go, I've got the Dead Set Endeavour. So give me a song from that. Obviously a clean one if we can.
Oh, they're all clean. I don't mind. I don't mind. Adam, you choose, mate. Oh, you choose. I'm easy.
Oh, let's have For My Sorrow.
For My Sorrow. And then, so hopefully this is going to play. There we go. For My Sorrow. This is The Fallen State. I just want to say thanks very much, guys, for taking the time out. I'm just going to restart that so we don't talk all over it. But yeah, just stay safe, keep in touch, and if we can get you back on in a couple of weeks, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll get my ass in gear. So yeah, thanks again, boys. Really, really enjoyed it. Take care.
Thank you.
So this is The Fallen State, For My Sorrow. You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Lee without Chris, live on Smart Radio. Shabba.
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmore Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Madness all around, thunder, shake, shake the ground. Spotlights hit the floor. What are you doing it for? Sadness all around, heavy hearts beat in time. Spotlights hit the floor. What are you doing it for? Is it for the flames so everybody knows your name? Is it for the money or land and shame? Is it just a game? 'Cause I will never play the way. Let me tell you, honey, there's nothing left to say. Hunger all around, parasites to pull you down. Spotlights hit the floor. What are you doing it for? Is it for the fame so everybody knows your name? Is it for
Are you there, Lee?
Yeah, mate, still, mate, yeah. I'm still here.
Right, I just want to apologise to our,
Hanging on by a thread.
our regular listeners. So we've gone back to the boys have gone, but yeah, they were brilliant, and they've spoke to me off air. They're going to come back on, even
Brilliant.
though they felt sorry for me. But oh man, I so don't want to be. Well, if they want to, people listening, they want to know what this track is playing in the background. This is Los Campbell. What are you doing for it? What are you doing it for? Even I can't even get a song right. Anyway, so Lee's come back on because he's got a few shout outs to. So over to you, Lee. Over to you.
Right, what it is, yeah, he's like my brother, is this guy. His name's Steve Wilkinson, and he's a fireman. And I tell you what, I call him Fireman Steve, and every time I see him, basically I take the Michael out of him. He takes Michael out of me. It's like a brother relationship kind of thing. And it's Fireman Steve, his engine's bright and clean, and it's like things like that. And he's just like, he looks at me and he's like, going, yeah, whatever, because he's very straight-laced, dry thought. I hope he's listening, because he might be working, actually. I hope he's not pulling the fire out anyway, or pulling somebody out of the fire. And basically, he's 47, I think, this Sunday. I think he's 47 anyway. He's 47, 48, 49, 50, something like that anyway. I know he's older than me. So, anyway, he loves AC/DC. So, if there's any possibility of playing a bit of AC/DC, and I know we've had technical issues, but this is how it is. I'm sure he'll be loving it to hear himself called Fireman Steve. But he's a top lad, and I absolutely love him love him to bits. and that's one shout out anyway. And then there's Dildo Baggins Ball, who I work with. Hopefully he's not turned off. I'm sure he's been sat there actually, because his voice sounds like a drone. He's like one of them. But I tell you what, he's a lad at work. He's only 18-year-old. He's joining Navy soon anyway. God bless him. And I'll tell you what, I hope he does and fulfills everything he needs to do. He just needs to know how to concentrate a little bit more. I'm sure I tell you what, he's a cracking lad, to be fair. He's all right, he's sound. 18-year-old lad, you know what I mean? He's not a bad lad. There's another massive shout out. I know one of the lads have turned off because he says, oh, it's doing me head in. He texts me, he says, oh, it's doing me head in. Rotherham lads I work with, Matt Walker, Mark Warren, Paul Warren. And then there's a lad called Parker, who I work with. And
yes, my lady.
He sent a text in. Did you see that? He texted. He's got an issue with the size of my head. And to be fair, I think my head actually is all right with my shoulders. But he's got issues, obviously. And then there's a massive shout out for Big Matty from Goal. He listens in. I tell you what, I call him Igor sometimes because he's big and daft, and he is funny. And he's always talking about his family and stuff like that. And he loves his family to bits. His missus and his kids and all that. And he shows us pictures and things like that. And I tell you what, he's a quality family lad. But I tell you what, mate, get him out for a bit. He's funny as. He's just naturally funny. He ought to be, honestly, there'd be him, Chris Oakland and yourself on stage. There'd be tickets. They'd sell for England, honestly. It'd be amazing.
I don't think anybody paid tickets for today's show.
Well, you know what? Tech issues, it just happens every now and again, doesn't it?
Oh, man. Honestly, I don't even know what's gone on. It's just bonkers. But, you know, and the thing is, like, even to the point, I muted him, and then Zoe had to come down to the studio to tell me, you know, you've got the guys on mute. Retard.
We're airing towel. We're airing a towel. That lynch.
Oh, you retard. Oh.
Do you know what you're doing?
Eddie Keating.
No, I've only been doing it a couple of years.
No, I ain't got a Scooby. Eddie Keating, loving the new format, organ grinder with no monkeys.
Oh, bless him.
Cheers, Eddie.
You need to get Eddie on, actually. Eddie is a fountain of knowledge.
We'll get him on.
Honestly, I tell you what.
Eddie, do you want to come on
radio,
if you're listening?
He would be absolutely fantastic. He would. It'd be brilliant. Unless he's like Sean McGee and he just like pauses, you know, like
no,
brain freeze. Gone. I don't think Eddie would actually. It'd be brilliant.
And look, well, Eddie, if you're listening, do you want to come on? We'll get you on. We'll get you live via Zoom. And we'll share it on the Fox and Grapes page. Yeah, we'll share it on the Fox and Grapes page.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah. And Budgie, you know what? Budgie phoned me yesterday as well. And he's going, oh yeah, and we're talking away to him. And he said, oh, just seen how you are. And I said, oh, listening to my cracking band, and it's all gone tits up today, hasn't it?
Yeah, well.
Anyway,
we're gonna get him back on anyway. We are getting
things
him back
happen.
on.
Things happen.
Yeah, it's all character building, isn't it?
Of course it is. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we've fallen down, pair of us, haven't we? Caravan corner and all that.
Yeah. You've seen me in my lowest of the low.
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. Me and you in that smart car.
Me licking lamppost when it's frozen. Oh, how we laughed. How we laughed. Oh,
You got to do, haven't you? You've got to.
Yeah.
At least it's not live.
At least.
I tell you what, I've not swore. I tell you what, it's unbelievable.
Well, one bit I couldn't get my other laptop to play through the desk, and because I'd obviously unplugged it, and because it's halfway through, I couldn't reset it. So I had to try and reboot the laptop while I was playing music via the speakers through a microphone. You couldn't write it.
That's proper like old school, is that, you know?
Thinking on your feet. Hey,
yeah,
Animal.
Of course it is.
I love it when a plan comes together. The A team.
I'll tell you what. I bet Chris.
Crack command team.
I bet Chris is back home now and he's listening now. Well, obviously, if you haven't turned off, but he's probably going, "What are them stupid leaders doing?"
Oh man. Anyway, it's all good fun. It's all
it is.
good fun. So let's just let people know what's going on After Us. We've got at 6 till 7, we've got Colonel Backer's show. He's mad as a fish. 7 till 8, we've got the JJ Kane Quite Great radio show. She's on from 7 till 8. And then we've got the indie playlist going on for the rest of the evening. And don't forget, if you've missed this show, obviously it's not going to be a podcast this week, but if you've missed this show, any other show, you can go to Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, all the major podcasting sites and listen again. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 8 till 10, we have the Nathan Downs show. And if you want a bit of a giggle and a bit of a quiz, check him out. And coming up over the next week, we have our featured artist next week is Taxi with Strangers. So they're coming on next Friday, 4 till 6, hopefully. Technical abilities given. We shall be back. So I've got Thunderstruck lined up for Steve, if that's okay.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
I think he'll like that as well. And if anybody goes through any of these technical issues, there's always this noise as well.
Yeah.
That always helps.
crack open a can. That's
exactly.
It. I might have a drop of the black stuff actually tonight. I might just have a couple.
you?
Of, yeah, I think I might have.
Good lad.
I think I definitely need it. I definitely need it. But
so this next song's for Fireman Steve, is it?
Yeah, Fireman Steve. This is
Happy birthday, pal. It's on Sunday. 47, I think he is. I think he's lying actually.
47 and never been kissed.
47 never been kissed.
Right then. So what's for tea tonight then, Lee? What are you having for tea?
For heaters tonight, mate.
Fajitas.
What about you?
I don't know. We might be having a low-fat takeaway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
Low-fat takeaway?
Yeah. The current Mr. Harrison hasn't told me what I'm having yet. So.
Well, the thing is, I'm working it morning as well, so I'm going to do a bit of working it morning, and then I might have a few shandies and listen to a lot of music all rest of the afternoon anyway.
Well, if you want to listen to we've got a playlist that I've set up on Spotify, which is a Smile Radio Unsigned playlist. There's over 5 hours of, and we've had obviously the Fallen State, Alto Keys, the Banshees. They're all on there. 26th Avenue. So if you want to check it out, listen to it.
Some really good bands.
And
obviously the Fallen State will be on there as well, won't they?
They're on there already, yeah, and they're added to the
Big Dirty, all those.
The unsigned and the unsigned and independent playlist, which is on Smile Radio. So don't forget, download the app, listen online, and share the love. So this is for Fireman Steve. Happy birthday for Sunday, big man, and stay safe, everybody. Thanks again. Thanks for sticking with us, keeping it Smile Radio, even though it's been a bit...
Keeping it real.
Oh, you've got to laugh. Anyway, this is for you, Steve. Everybody, take care. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with us. We'll be back next week with a bit of luck, with a better show. But thanks again. Stay safe. And don't forget, give us 3 rings when you're getting. Ta-da.
Shabba.
Ta-da. Here we go.